last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Darnold going to throw right away. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have on first down. Now Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You look at this Niner defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 49ers, 14-yard line.
Running right, Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
It's second and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw, Darnold. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hunter Renfro, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And Ayuk certainly established himself last year as a bona fide #1 receiver in the NFL. He produced a first down on over 80% of his receptions. And so far, he's picked right up where he left off as he earns a new set of downs for this offense. And keep an eye on him. He can also find the end zone as well.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
But they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have kept it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Now Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Purdy now to throw.
And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 13 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Darnold now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd and 5.
You look at this Niner defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. To throw is Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Faking the give, Darnold. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground with Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Purdy looking to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to the signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And able to get this to the 31.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Darnold.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Off of play action, Darnold. Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Niners had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double teaming, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Darnold.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. He's still on his feet. Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble loss to both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy, this pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That is caught, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, 49ers.
Purdy from the gun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now Darnold.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's Darnold. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Devon Hamilton
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
At the 21-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 12.
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Play action. Now Purdy. That one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to Pearsall.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Back to throw, Purdy.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
The throwing here, Purdy.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Here's Jackson.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Purdy now to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
First down, 49ers.
Purdy will set up.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Purdy looking to throw.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 32 yards.
And the Niners get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And this one's back to an 8-point game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.